welcome back to ITF Online. I'm Christine with Andy and Tessa Woodward. Hi, Tessa,
Hi.
Nice to have you back.
Thank you.
So last night you had a very special event for the Fair List.
We did, yes, I'm publicising it, the Fair List.
What is the Fair List?
The Fair List is an award, and it's an award for excellence of a particular kind, because we have loads of excellence in our field, as we all know. Some people are very innovative, and then we have an award for that called the Eltons.
Yes.
And other people write terrific books, and we have awards for them. You know, the English Speaking Union gives prizes, and there's the Ben Warren Trust Prize, and so on. And people who put forward great proposals to speak at conference, they're awarded for their excellence. They get scholarships and stuff like that. So the Fair List is for excellence of a different kind. And that it's for people who put on workshops or events, conferences, or even something as small as a speaker panel.
Okay.
If they manage to get a good gender balance on the panel or in the day. So it's because in the UK, this is in the UK, where I believe there is a particular issue. So it's annual. So last night we gave we put the people on the list for ELT events in the UK, and these were people who had managed not just to get one woman struggling onto the program or two, but to get, you know, roughly equal numbers. I mean, we're not doing statistics here. It's not like has to be exactly the same, but you know, 6-4 would be great. 4-6 would be great. So it's for that.
Great. Okay, I have a couple of questions. First question is, is this your idea?
Yes.
Okay. So how did
I have some mates who are interested too.
Okay.
So there's a little group of us getting interested in this.
All right. And then you did a bit of research then,
I did.
assume.
I tried to find out as many ELT events as I could for last year, 2012. And I either looked at the programs, the conference reports, or I went online and saw who the presenters were, or I emailed the organizers and I just asked them, could you tell me who your speakers were? And then if there was a doubt, because you can't always tell from names, because there's Leslie,
I'm Andy.
Andy and
Exactly.
Leslie. So I go back and say, could you tell me a little bit more about Andy or Leslie? And then it would come back she or he. So then I did some simple counting, and if it looked like people were getting close to parity, then they went on the list.
Nice.
So, and I can tell you who's on the list
if
you want.
Yeah.
The IATEFL Research Special Interest Group, if you added up all their separate events in the whole year, they had a really good gender balance. The Business English SIG,
of course.
Yeah.
Yes.
But for your Glasgow pre-conference event particularly.
Okay.
And the Leadership and Management SIG.
Great.
Good.
Also for their Glasgow pre-conference event. That was the IATEFL conference last year, obviously. And they also did a joint event in Brighton, UK, with the Teacher Development SIG.
Okay.
And that was a successful day in many respects, but also in terms of gender balance. The Testing, Evaluation and Assessment SIG also did well on their Glasgow pre-conference event. The kind of stars of the list, I have to say though, was the British Council actually. Because if you take their seminar series for the whole of 2012, you know, and they have loads of seminars during the year, but they almost achieved complete parity over the year if you took them all together. And,
Altogether.
Very interesting. Yeah.
So they came along to the little gathering last night, and we gave them a certificate and a clap and took photographs. And obviously it's a kind of it's positively orientated. It's a reward for excellence. We're not wagging fingers at anybody else. We're praising people who've done well, and it's a kind of awareness raising exercise, pretty obviously.
Yes.
So.
And are people interested in taking it to other countries? Because I think it'd be fascinating.
Well, that will be up to them. I feel very strongly about UK's role in world politics and world affairs, and I think we've been meddling in other people's countries way too much.
Okay.
So I thought, well, this is the country where I was born, I speak this language, I vote here, I work here, I have a right to speak in this particular community. So I've made it UK only. If somebody saw the idea and they liked it and they had a country where they wanted to apply it to or adapt it in some way, then obviously that would be lovely.
Because just thinking with a lot of the teachers associations that are here at the conference, they hear about it, they might just go back and just to review what's been happening.
I mean,
in
even
their
if you don't do anything about it, even if you just count, you know, you look at a recent event and you count up and you think, actually, that's not as great as we could do. So
well, this is the awareness raising part. So you think about it.
And then you choose whether you want to do anything about it or not.
So what else have you been doing to raise awareness this week?
Well, we literally just started. So, but the plan is to have a website with different sections, because looking at the issue, you have the issue of the people who actually prepare the events. Are they encouraging enough women to come forward and speak, or are they inviting enough women? That's one side of it. And if they want to do that, how can they find the speakers?
Right.
So we need to help there. But then there's also the women presenters themselves. If you're invited to go as a woman, how often do you say yes? You know, there's many occasions where people are invited and they actually turn it down. So they're given the chance, but they don't take it up.
And again, that's because of the gender role at home, isn't it?
It could be that they've got family issues, that they feel, you know, they have responsibility for kids and so on. It can also be a self-esteem thing, you know, oh, I don't see myself in that role. I don't think I can do it yet. I'll do it maybe in a couple of years. So there's a confidence issue too, maybe. There's lots of things involved, actually.
Out of curiosity, as you said, it's not finger wagging, not naming names.
Absolutely not.
But how many conferences?
Are you going to ask for the name?
No, because I think you didn't know. No. How many conferences or things did you look at overall?
As many as I could find. So there was the IATEFL family, which I've mentioned. There were other organisations that run regular seminars in the UK. I won't name them.
Right.
But when I looked through, I just could hardly find any women speakers at all.
Right.
The fact that there are only about 5 people on the list gives you a feeling. I would love this list to be really long next year, so that loads of people manage to get a good balance. That would be great. So this is not restrictive. The aim is to get the list as long as possible.
Yes.
And if anybody knows of an event that I've missed, you know, where the balance was great, just tell me, because we can always do retrospective certificates and put people on the list. We want the list to grow.
I think it's a really interesting thing with the inequality. I was involved in music for a long time.
Oh, lovely.
And it is a strange phenomenon. There are a lot of guy bands. And the women I knew who were involved in music, we were not so ready to get out on stage until we had practiced tons and tons. And there's something about the upbringing, and you know, it's 2013, but we still have miles to go.
Yes, we do.
Miles to go.
And to be honest, this is what provoked me to do something, because when I came into this wonderful profession that I have been so lucky in and I've loved so much, I started doing plenaries and panels and things back in the 80s, and I was very often the only woman on a panel then. But I had the feeling it was getting better. You know? I had the feeling that things were evening up and it was all going to get better and better into the future. And this last year I've had several occasions where I've been invited to participate. And I've got to the events and I've been the only one again.
Right.
And I just thought, well, hang on, this is 2013 now.
Right.
What happened? Did we get better and then fall back, or so things are not? I think if we wait for stuff to happen, it might not.
Right.
So let's just put a little energy into this area. That's the way I was thinking.
That's great. And can you access records from maybe 5 years ago and compare?
I haven't had the time to be honest. I have a day job.
Do you have other things to do?
I do have a couple of things to do.
I was just wondering how geeky you were about this. But anyone who wants to find out more, they can search the fair list.
Well, somebody put us on Twitter last night,
Great.
so apparently there is a hashtag, the fair list.
Great.
I'm hoping very much that I will get round to doing a website. There's a lot to do. I'm just starting.
Yes.
We need to produce a website. We hope the website will be a resource, both for women thinking of presenting. We want to get some sort of mentoring support going.
Great idea,
for that.
fabulous.
And then also for people who, I mean, we have had people getting in touch already by email saying, I have just organized an event and I look at the balance and it's dreadful. Can you help?
Yeah.
So then we put a call out saying, how many women do you know who can give plenaries on assessment? And the answer comes back with her and her and her.
Great.
So then we feed the names through, and obviously it's up to the person to chase it up.
That is really super.
You know, it's just trying to make it more possible, really.
Yeah, that's great. Thank you very much. It's lovely to speak to you again today.
You're welcome.
Yeah. Okay, we'll be right back in just a few minutes with David Pardo, and thanks for watching.